Hello, St. Joan of Arc families. We have a lot to celebrate today. And we'll start off our celebration with our question. Let's read it together.
How can we give thanks for God's kingdom?
Today we celebrate the feast of Christ the King. Throughout his time among us, Jesus spoke about God's kingdom. And just as Jesus wasn't an earthly king, God's kingdom isn't a place of earthly power. God's kingdom is a way of living in harmony with each other and with our planet and all of its life. Jesus, our Prince of Peace, calls us to create and cultivate this kingdom. Today we also celebrate Thanksgiving, a feast where we can be grateful for all the gifts our loving God has given us. Most importantly, the gift of walking among us to show us how to create and cultivate God's kingdom here on earth. In honor of these two feasts, we have a prayer of thanks inspired by the Iroquois people, who believe that God's creation cannot be taken for granted. All people need to bring their hearts and minds together to sing the gift of creation. That way, we will celebrate and cultivate God's kingdom right here, right now. And so let yourself enter into our celebration of God's kingdom.
We give thanks to our eldest brother, the sun. Each day he travels the sky from east to west, bringing the light of a new day. He is the source of all the fires of life. With one mind, we send thanks to our brother, the sun.
We give thanks to our oldest grandmother, the moon, who lights the nighttime sky. She rules the movement of the ocean tides, and by her changing face, we measure time. With one mind, we send thanks to our grandmother, the moon.
We give thanks to the stars, who are spread across the sky like jewels. They help the moon light the darkness, showering us with light, guiding us home when we travel at night. With one mind, we send thanks to all the stars. Now our minds are one. We say yes to all of God's creation.
We are thankful to our mother, the earth, for she gives us all we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk upon her. We are filled with joy for the care she has given us from the beginning of time. With one heart, we send thanks to our Mother Earth.
We are thankful to all the waters of the world for quenching our thirst and providing us with strength. Water is life. We know its power in many forms: waterfalls and rain, mists and streams, rivers and oceans. With one heart, we send thanks to the Spirit of water.
We are thankful to the powers we know as the four winds. We hear their voices in the moving air as they refresh us and purify our breath. From the four directions they come, bringing us messages and giving us strength. With one heart, we send thanks to the four winds.
Now our hearts are one. We say yes to all of God's creation. We send thanks to all the animals, fish, and birds. They have many things to teach people. They live in our homes and in the deep forest, showing us how to enjoy life. They fly over our heads, singing the Creator's beautiful songs. They cleanse the waters and give themselves to us as food. With one mind and heart, we thank God's creatures.
We send thanks to the trees and plants, which work many wonders. Some provide shelter and shade. Others feed us with fruits and grains. All give beauty and the breath that sustains life. With one mind and heart, we thank the trees and plants.
We send thanks to our enlightened teachers who have come to help us throughout the ages. When we forget how to live in harmony, they remind us of the way we were taught to live together as people. With one mind and heart, we thank these caring teachers. Now our minds and hearts are one. We say yes to all of God's creation.
Now we turn our thoughts to the Creator, the Great Spirit, and send greetings and thanks for all God's gifts of creation. Everything we need to live a good life is here on this Mother Earth. For all the love that is all around us, we gather our spirits together as one and send our deepest thanks to our Creator.
Now we are one spirit. We come together today to celebrate our gracious Creator and all of creation. Ours is a generous and loving God who invites all people to come to God's joyful feast. The feast is ready. The time is now. Let us be of one spirit and say yes to our Creator. Happy Thanksgiving!